Namaste, Sacred Masters, and welcome to this pick a card session for your shadow work. We have the deck shuffle and 3 random cards from the Dark Mirror Oracle deck placed before you. If you want to purchase this deck, look for the link in the description box below. You can pause the video and take your time to see if any of these cards resonate with you, and then use the time code in order to jump to the card you choose. This is card 1, 2, and 3. Don't forget there are many more pick a card videos to choose from. You can find them in my playlist, Shadow Work Pick a Shadow Card, on my channel's main page, so don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell for more pick a card sessions. After you pick your card, I will explain what each card means in the book. Now, the book's description is poetic and can be confusing sometimes, but for the sake of sharing, I will read it out, then give you my interpretation of it. You will hear my interpretation when I remove my mask and speak with my normal voice. I will also give you a shadow prompt in order to get started on some shadow work based on the card you pick, together with Grabovoi Codes to help with your shadow work sessions, or sometimes a link to another video relating to the matter. Alright, let's get started. Pick a card and jump to the timestamp. The card you picked is Alone in the World. Represented by the 3rd quarter moon, it is illustrated with a beautiful woman sitting naked on a precious bench under the morning light, in a closed and silent court paved with stone, laced by trees. Many blankets and drapes are around her, in color red and white like discarded wings. The sentence relating to the card: I made my home a cloister, my heart a chalice for the faintest breeze, and yet I stand alone. This card is about waiting for something to come back. When we parted ways, we promised each other, I will wait for you, and I will come back. We have used different words like, it's just for a few months, or a sharper pen like, I don't need you. Still, we are waiting. Mind has lost hope, body has lost memory, but our heart is still incomplete. It is shrined into a blessed feeling of longing and desire, innocence and hope. But it is also entombed into a well of solitude and distance. It builds walls to stall the passage of time, and the walls kept out everything. Will the prince come, or has the world gone silent while we waited? Waiting is a transition. It has a beginning, and it has an end. Waiting is the night. Morning brings the sun to a new day.
Is there someone in your life that the absence of them makes you feel lonely? Whether it's an ex or a person that you wish to be with, oftentimes by placing them on a pedestal, it makes us feel more alone in our yearning for their company. Your shadow prompt should ask, what coping mechanisms have you been using to deal with being apart? You have to ask yourself whether you are feeling as though you are distracting yourself with outside stimulus, or are you doing something to actually better yourself rather than wallow in this negative state? Realize that the story of you and that personal person is probably a personalized one, and that it may be different for the other person. Find ways to heal and move on. If the person comes back, it is only to a new and improved version of you, something that nobody can resist. If you truly desire your ex or someone back, you can use this Grabovoi number 180-80818 or the video posted above and description box below. If you want to know how to use Grabovoi Codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.
The card you picked is Artificial Heart and is represented by the new moon phase. It is illustrated as a female figure, an android or a robot, with cyber lines traveling over the skin like gentle spiders, a black choker of feminine servitude, and jaded eyes of futuristic indifference. The sentence that resonates with this card is building oneself to specifications, steeling oneself to adversity, dreaming of electric sheep. Once upon a time, it was a time of flying monkeys. Someone journeyed to a place that was in Kansas in order to gain a heart. Oh, such a charming old-fashioned fairy tale. A new heart can be bought on the internet now and be delivered in a couple of days with a brand new shiny instruction manual. It works too. It gets the job done. It's not a job of feelings. It's scripted, like a job of numbers. Actually, it feels like a trade-off. We find refuge in the rational mind, which in turn gives us back the illusion of control. But we still feel. We still long to live through our emotions fully. We are truly like an artificial knight that wants to become a real person. Happiness is not in numbers. But it's not because numbers are bad. It is because there is nothing that alone can grant happiness, and then we blame this choice as the reason why our sky has no color. What if it's not actually connected? What if it's just an excuse? What if even an artificial heart can beat and fall in love and drown in sorrow?
As poetic as this card sounds, it really means that we seek out happiness, our heart, through external means. Sometimes we find happiness is getting others to love us. Sometimes we find happiness in receiving a lot of money or buying our dream home or dream car. These are all external validations, and we must be careful not to place our happiness in the pursuit of external things. Real happiness is found within, not in the artificial heart, but in the real heart. When we chase happiness, there is something that needs to run. Don't make happiness a reward, but rather an emotion that is deserved. Practice looking inwards by asking yourself with this shadow prompt, what can I do today that makes me happy, that's not external? How can you treat yourself like a valued friend in a positive and honest way? When you are doing shadow work for this, use the Grabovoi Code 487042169 to help with activating your energies of happiness. If you want to know how to use Grabovoi Codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.
The card you pick is Hiding Your True Self, and is represented by the third quarter moon. It is illustrated in a dazzling light where there is a hint of a door, like the door to a Hammam. Outside, draped in scarlet tunics, stand two women, one under the sign of the sun and the other beneath the sign of the moon. The sentence that resonates with this card is, you could be in front of a mirror, or you could hide behind a mirror, yet you chose to be the mirror. What this card means is we all hide. Hiding is a survival instinct. Do you want to be truly honest with yourself? Very few people will accept you then. You are too complicated to be comfortable, too plain to be considered, too contradictory to be easy, too exceptional to be believed, too plain to be considered. You can be the sun, you can be the moon, you can be the door, you can be the road, you can be the butterfly and the break. Maybe the question is not if, but when. Sometimes real solitude is when there is not a right moment to be yourself, and not the right person, and neither the right way. Being yourself like a moment in a spa. It is a massage for the soul, a purification process that brings in oxygen and turns away age and wear. It is bliss and pleasure.
Oftentimes we hide behind a mask or a mirror so that we can blend in better with our surroundings, society, culture. We have a need to feel like we belong, and that's when we repress our true selves. Has there been something that you are embarrassed to do, like you are self-conscious about it, like singing or dancing? Ask yourself in a shadow prompt today, what is something I used to enjoy doing that I don't do anymore? This is not about doing something you don't like, it's about rekindling that spirit again. Even if you want to do it alone, like sing in the shower again, start to do it. You're also rejuvenating the shadow child in you. Use the Grabovoi Code 48189517499814 to encourage your self-esteem to grow while you're doing this shadow work. If you want to know how to use Grabovoi Codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.